Alright, before I get started today, it's time to put away some tools. I've been using these for about 3 days, and I gotta do a little bit of, taking care of some stuff because I can't remember where all my tools are. Today, I'm going to take apart steering stem bearings, put them on the bench, give them a good re-greasing. Here's my Olin suspension. By the way, that suspension is super plush and awesome. I think I'll put some brakes on today too, probably the front and rear for sure. Fire on, of course. Well, I'm going to continue on with this stuff and bring you guys along for the ride. These are 6mm plastic. Be careful, especially when you're putting them back on. Okay, remember how this goes. Down the front, crack them in, and they go inside. Common mistake, it happens. Okay, so I'm going to crack off the top clamps and drop this whole thing, let her hang. I don't like using the impact on these, just, I don't know, kind of weird that way. I like to just, go ease. Gotta clean those off too, and a little dab of you-know-what on there. Alright, got a little math and physics and some sine and cosine over tangent geometry down here, and rigged up a little, I remembered I had a chain hoist up here for my snowmobile, so I just put some danglage on some danglage and let everything hang, so there's no pressure, no stress on any of the wires and crap. Something's going on with my camera. It keeps shutting off. Maybe it doesn't like what I'm doing. I don't know. Okay, take 6. Take the bottom clamps off first, so you still got some pressure on top. Bolts are shorter than the bottom ones. You guys probably knew that. I'm going to hold on to this suspender. Okay. Plan B, double C. We're off with the old wrist snapper. Woo! Man. Okay. Little twisty motion. Remember where your forks are lined up in here too. I forgot, but I'll do that on the other one for your height. That wasn't as tight. All right. Little crevice. Oh yeah. I take the Speedo bracket off the back of the triple tree. I'll take the butyl tape off. Pinch bolt and boom. No issues. Take my my go-to butyl tape. That's what I love about butyl tape. It just peels off, holds out dust, does a great job with water, and you can reuse it. Oh yeah. All right, what do we got on that one? 17 maybe? I don't know. I wonder if my handy dandy wrench, oh yeah, that's must be what that's for. Hold on to the bottom feller. Oh, hi. There's the top. Set him, here, hold on to that way. We'll set him down on the floor. All right, so keep these things in order here. You got your O-ring, your rubber O-ring. All right, set him down there. You've got your cap. Okay, there's your bearing. I'll let you see that in a second. There is your other rubber O-ring that goes on first. There's your bearing here on the top. Yeah, he could use some work. Yep, he can use some work. That's good. All right, out she comes. Down at the bottom. Hello. Love it. I don't know what color that was originally, but it's gray now, which indicates she's got has some stuff get in it. And I know I definitely lost some through the gas vapors. So this is what we're looking at. Now, some of the dirt off of this. There's your lower bearings. Those are moving good. There's not a lot of grease on them. There is some. And there's a little bit on the actual stem. There's a little bit up top here. Not to my liking. Here's your top roller bearing. Again, good time for maintenance. Old nasty crap in there. Remember the other day I talked about love packing bearings? Well, that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to pack some bearings. Inside we got water and grease. Old crappy nasty stuff. Look, gross. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to clean everything up and come back when everything's all said and done, and yeah, make her all brand new, shiny again. Okay, awesome guys, love it. I stuffed the rag up underneath, stuffed the rag down in after I sprayed everything out very carefully with a little WD, just letting it soak around in there so I'm not dripping any down on my brakes or anywhere else for that matter. Definitely time for a greasing. You may not agree with what I'm about to do, but I've done it in the past. I'm gonna WD this off first, okay? And then once I've got it basically cleaned up, I'm gonna blast it with the old brake parts cleaner, okay? And then I'm gonna blast it with, you know what, some airage. You know, don't be shy with your favorite parts cleaner. The idea is to loosen up, get rid of, remove, eject, terminate all the bad grease that's in there. So I'm going to hit this with a little air, okay, and then maybe redo this process 1 or 2 more times. Give this other O-ring a little cleaning. There, those parts are done. So I got the bearing finished. I dabbed that about 3 times with some initially WD and then brake clean and then air. So now I'll go fix up the other stuff. Everything else here is ready to put back on. Can you see? Yeah. So I'm going to put the rag at the bottom here. Just give this one more little shot. Here, anything that's in there has a real good chance of coming out. All right, I think that's good. This is where I am going to wear some gloves for this. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a big old wad of grease for starters. Put that right in the palm of your hand. Boy, this stuff is good stuff. Man, guys, for grease, I don't think you can get much better. Look at that. Ooh, is that ever nice. Take your bearing and just start rolling it in that grease. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the stuff right there. That's good stuff. Oh yeah. Good stuff. Whew. All right, we're going to set him. We're going to set him. Oh, with the grease container. All right. Cut. Go get the stems now. Triples are out of the bathing machine. My bathing machine is the garbage can with some newspaper and WD-40. Ooh, stuff flying out of there. Hello. All right. And cleaned. I think that's pretty decent. It's good for New grease. Yep. We'll repack that. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit different greasing this than the one down here that I've already done. Obviously, I could put that in the palm of my hand like I showed you. This guy here, same idea. Just get your favorite stuff and just start packing her in. Can't use too much. Just work it through. I like to go in like little stages at a time, like a quarter turn at a time. And the bearing's nice and smooth moving here right now. I try not to get close to these with the pressure washer either. There's quite a few things on these TPI bikes you don't want to get close to with the pressure washer. The sensors, crankcase pressure sensor and the ambient sensor, especially the CC pressure sensor, stay away from that with pressure. I think that's a problem a lot of guys are having with the sensors, or zip washing or pressure washing, just too close, and water's getting in. So when I'm done applying grease to this guy, I am ready to start installing everything back on again. Okay, reassembly time. I got all my tools laid down here that I need for quick access right on a stool, because this is a one-man job right now. So first thing I'm going to do is put this freshly packed bearing. You know what? I'm going to put a little more grease on him. Now these can only go in here one way. They're tapered, so that's a tapered roller bearing. If you ever hear that being said, now you know what they look like. That sits down in here. Good. Oh yeah. Just, whoops. Take your time. Oh, I wore my good t-shirt out here. My wife's gonna kill me. I get grease on this. I ruin all of my t-shirts. Yep, every one of them. Oops. Rookie mistake. Did you see what I did? Did you catch that? I forgot to put this stuff on. So start with your outer rubber. Now that's tapered as well, so make sure you put it on the right direction or the right orientation. It really only fits on comfortably one way. So slide him over that rubber. There you are, right there. Slide your other rubber piece over. See that little recess in the bottom of your upper triple? Right where my index finger is? It's got a little shoulder in there. That's to sit on this rubber piece here. Alright. That's in place. So now I'm going to take my steering head and I'm just going to snug him down. So now nothing will fall apart. And that, you guys, is how to do your steering head bearings with two hands, a leg, a little bungee cord strappage, and that sort of thing. Now I've put a little blue Loctite on this pinch bolt. I am just going to thread him in by hand. Just snugged up a little. Just a little before I start putting my forks back on. You don't want them lined up, and B, you got to go through a step process to torque these down, this, and your pinch bolts. I'm going to go ahead and slide my suspenders back up inside, pinch those down, and that's basically it. Okay, can you see that? Kinda. Hello. That's pretty good. So, I'll put your lowers in first. I'm just going to snug these down for now. You do not need to put Loctite on these lowers, okay? Find my line-up point right there. Come in here and give these a little tightening. Now there is a process for torquing your whole system here when you put them back together. It's in the owner's manual, but you certainly want to make sure that you follow the process for torquing. I'm fairly happy with that. Redo my math here. Bikes don't, or mine didn't, come with an owner's manual, so I just look them up online. So I refer to these often, even if I think I remember what they are. So the process is to torque your lowers first, and it tells you right on the triples what they are. This is 15 and these are 17. So I'm going to torque my lowers first to 15. And the second thing that you want to torque is your steering head nut up here. That's your second thing, which is 12 Newton meters. Then you're going to torque your pinch bolt right here. I believe that's 17 as well, yep. And then your last are your uppers. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 in that order. So make sure that you do that. Otherwise, you risk the chance of binding your suspension up here. Doesn't matter what kind of suspension you've got, whether you've got Olin suspension or the stock Explorer or whatever else is on your ride. You bind these up, you are going to get bad feedback on your front end suspension. Okay, so make sure you follow those processes. So I've already got this set to 14.96 Newton meters. Oh, there's the click. There's the click. Come back up. Click and click. 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 Recheck. Click and click. All right, so your center bolt goes to 12 Newton meters. I've got this set to 11.98 on a 17 mil. That was already pretty much right there. Loctited. The other ones are not. And there's your click. Thanks for watching Chicken and I's videos. Appreciate it. All right. That side is done. But we appreciate your comments and all your subscriptions so far, guys. All right, there's a click. There's a click. Putting the speedo back in place. Put a little blue Loctite. Find the hole for this guy. I think that's him right there. Yep. Another important thing with handlebars, you guys, make sure you get an even space front and back on these clamps. Good idea to always keep an eye on these. Like every couple rides, I'll take my 10 mil, stop on the trail, just give these a little checkaroony. Butyl tape back on here. You may not want to stick now after all that grease and WD-40 that's been plastered on that, but I did shine it nice with brake clean. So favorite tool, zip ties. Right, like snippers. All right, don't touch the front brake when the brakes are off. Okay, I'll do some front caliper service. And snap her all back together. I'll continue on with this and get back to you. Amazing what a little Scotch Brite pad work will do to your pins. Yeah. Okay, Brake caliper maintenance done. There you go. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and give this front axle a little greasing. I'm going to tighten these guys down so I can get 35 Newton meters on the other side. So 35. There's 30. I don't know what the specs are on these. I can look them up, but they're not super duper tight. Torque now, and these are tight. I'm going to loosen the other side off, and as soon as I loosened off these ones, the whole fork came out. I can push on that, right? And that's what you're supposed to be able to do. Compress the forks here right now with the bike on here, so I'm going to stab the brakes, get the brakes pumped up again. There they are. And I'm just going to compress this while it's on the stand, pushing on the front forks a little bit, nothing much, just to seat those forks and line them up. And now I can take and tighten them. Now I know my front forks are lined up in parallel, and loosen this off again because I need to raise this up, put it in place. Any damage to take this off. 4. So again, that's set to 35. Yeah, see, that's torquing.
Not coming in, huh?
Did I say it was?
Yeah, girl, let's just finish this up. I thought I'd come in.
I guess I was supposed to go in. Yeah, steering stem bearings are done. Yeah. So I'm also waiting for a fuel filter for my tank. So I'll do that, change that out when I get it. Thanks for watching. Got any questions, let me know. I made a few mistakes as I went along there. I don't know if you could tell or not with the brakes, but when you take the brakes apart, I always forget the exact way that they go back together again. Just take your time. They only can go on one way, so yep, should be good. Hope you enjoyed the video. Try to edit this one down a little bit shorter than the other one, but I don't know. It's hard to do. Okay, talk to you later.